Hello, everyone. It's Scotty T, and this is your Comedy Minute, and I could not be more excited. This young lady is absolutely amazing in my world. She's a comedian, she's a writer, she's a producer, a podcaster. Rebecca Kaplan is here, and I just think this lady is fantastic. Rebecca, thank you for giving me some of your time.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. We met one other time. You were on a group thing, and I just think you're funny as heck.
Thanks.
Now,
Uh,
I'm sorry.
no, I was just gonna say I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, you're in New York. Are you born and raised in New York?
Yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn.
Okay. And I want to go because I think this is so cool. Tell people the very first time that you did comedy.
Um, yeah, so I was on the Letterman show doing their kids tell joke segment, like, when I was like 4 or 5.
I actually saw that. I'm 63 years old, and I saw that and had no idea that I would be with you today. How
Were you a
cool is that? Pardon
did
me?
you were you a regular Letterman watcher?
I love David Letterman. He
Uh,
was my hero. Did you do you have memories of that? I mean, you're only what, 3 or 4, you said?
I think I was like 4 or 5.
I'm going to put the clip if it's okay. I'm
Sure.
going to try and put the clip when we do the interview. When I air the interview, I'm going to put the clip so people can see it.
Um, yeah, I don't know if I like exactly remember it
Yeah.
like from the real, but my parents played the tape a lot, and apparently I so they had this like booklet of jokes that you could choose from, so you could like go in and like
Okay.
tell them like what street joke you wanted to do,
Right.
and if they approved it, you got to do that. Otherwise, they assigned you a joke. And I wanted to tell the joke like what 5-letter word is always spelled wrong, or it's
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
And they said that I couldn't do that because somebody had like already done that, and they assigned me a joke that I frankly like didn't even understand. Uh, and I was like, I don't want to tell this joke. Like, this joke is bad. And my parents bribed me by promising to buy me one toy at Toys R Us after if I told the joke.
Were your parents big Letterman fans? How did it come about?
Someone told them to come do the audition. Like they were auditioning kids for the
Okay.
that segment.
Rebecca Kaplan. Hello, Rebecca. How are you? Thank you for being on the program. Now, Rebecca, do you have a joke you're ready to tell us now? Do you like telling jokes? It's fun, isn't it? It's fun to laugh. It's fun to make people laugh. I personally wouldn't know, but I've heard that it's fun to make people laugh. All right, Rebecca, tell us your joke.
What do you get when you cross a bridge with a car?
What do you get when you cross a bridge with a car? I don't know.
To the other side.
To the other side. It's the kids telling jokes, ladies and gentlemen. Nice job.
Well,
Uh,
let me
yep.
move forward then. How did you know, or when did you know you were going to start doing comedy? In other words, that was real young, but then when did you decide, do start doing stand up, and when did comedy actually come part of your life?
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked writing comedic things.
Right.
Like, I was in the creative writing talent at my middle school, so I did
Okay.
a lot of
Right.
stuff with that. And, in high school, I was in my school's satiric newspaper, kind of like an
Okay.
Onion ripoff.
All right.
But, I think I got into it more on like the writing side for sure.
Okay.
And I did my first open mic like senior year of college,
Okay.
basically. Someone who I was friends with was like, "Oh, there's this like comedy club doing open mics, and you're so funny, you should try it." And you know, yeah, it was. I mean, it's pretty exhilarating to like do. I mean, like the whatever, like
Was there
getting. Yeah,
was there a
sorry.
catalyst? Was there a catalyst for you to get on stage and finally try it?
Just that guy telling me that I should do it, and I was kind
That
of,
was it. That was it. Okay. No, that's fine.
basically. I mean, I've also I obviously grew up listening to a lot of stand up and watching a lot of people performing. So
Were
I
there
mean, yeah, sorry.
were there comedians that inspired you when you were younger and comedians that you like today?
Yeah, I mean, I think the ones that I remember, I really, really loved Emo Phillips.
Oh yeah, Emo Phillips. Sure, I know Emo.
Yeah, my
Not
dad had,
personally, but no, I love know his material.
yeah. Yeah, my dad played two of his albums in the car when we'd be driving, and I like his sense of humor is so funny. And I grew up on Bob and Ray and
Okay.
I don't know if I mean they're a 1960s radio show.
I know, but I'm 63. I'm 63
Okay.
years old. Yeah, I met Rodney Dangerfield.
Cool.
I had a conversation with George Carlin. How's that?
Oh wow.
I told
Um,
you, you remind me of a female Stephen Wright, and I met Stephen Wright, Louis Black. I'm like you. I love comedy. I love
yeah,
funny people, and you're funny as heck.
thank you.
You're going on tour, and man, what Florida and Pittsburgh, and I saw Rhode Island, and uh, is that your first time, or have you played any of these places before?
Yeah, it's my first time in Florida. It's
Okay,
my well, it's my first time in South Florida, I should say. I did Orlando a while ago.
okay.
But yeah, I guess this year I'm kind of I decided it's finally time for me to record a
Yeah,
special.
you're doing a special. I think you're planning on that, according to your thing in December. I think is when you're planning on recording that.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. So I basically set out I figured I'm gonna get at least 10 long sets before that to work through the material. And
Okay.
I've got so I'm doing 4 headlining shows in South Florida,
Yeah.
March 25th through 28th. And then I'm doing one in Cleveland on May 1st. And then I'm doing one in the Catskills on May 20 3rd, I think. And then yeah, May 29th, 30th, and 31st, I'm doing Erie, Pennsylvania, and Pittsburgh.
I'm in
Uh,
York. I'm in York, Pennsylvania. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Things. And then yeah, somebody reached out and offered me a spot in Hanford, California, which is near Fresno in October. So yeah, I'm really excited to do all of those, and I'm looking to add more stuff, and I'll probably try to do LA and San Francisco before and after the Fresno show.
I have it written down. I'm not sure if I'm right. The solo show is called "How to Act Normal."
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm trying. I'm trying. How am I doing?
amazing. I mean,
Really?
there is no such thing as normal, right?
I'm not. I'm definitely not normal. Not at all.
Yeah,
And this is a comedy show, so whenever we want to interject a little comedy, let's try and do that.
yeah.
No,
But
I would just want to say one last thing. I'm joking, you. I want you to have fun. I told you to have fun. But
yeah,
I saw that you're doing Instagram reels now. Have you been doing those before or not?
yeah, I've been trying to do it for the past probably 5 or 6 years.
Okay, okay, I didn't know, but I mean, I just love them. And
Thank
I
you.
guess the question I had: do you enjoy doing those as much as stand up?
I think it's a different art form, which
Yeah,
I think it's actually interesting how social media clips are different than live stand-up.
yeah,
I think that pausing on stage can be very powerful, but it's almost like in social media, there's no attention span for pausing.
yeah. No, that's
Um,
true.
yeah, there's no you can't do long setups. The clip that I posted yesterday has a pretty long setup for social media, and it probably didn't do as well as it could have in terms of reach because of that. I left it in because like I think there's sometimes like there's room for material that you feel passionately about, even if you don't think it'll like perform as well. And so I mean, I'm basically like sort of picking and choosing where but yeah, like I think like one of the interesting things about social media is that you can go super, super niche, and people, if there are people out there who like that thing, they'll find your video, or they're
Yeah.
more likely to find it,
Yeah. You
Um,
also no, and I don't mean to press you at all. It's just
yeah,
I find that whole. I did a interview yesterday with a young lady. Well, she's been doing comedy for 40 years, and she doesn't do any of that and doesn't believe in that and doesn't like any Instagram, TikTok. I think that there's some real resentment from the older comedians
yeah.
that don't like the young, Instagram, TikTok. You also do a podcast. BadFanFic. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, we're releasing season 2 right now.
Okay.
Uh, so
But
yeah,
tell
on
tell
that
people
we're
about. You can tell people about that, and then we'll talk about you producing shows too.
sure. So on Bad Fanfic, we are reading through like really bad fan fiction and like riffing on it a little bit. Also,
Okay.
sorry about those noises. It's just my cat running
It's fine.
around.
It's fine. You're fine, Rebecca. You're fine.
Okay.
Everything's
Um,
fine.
but yeah, the fanfic podcast basically came out of like I was at a party with some comedians, and I started explaining to them what this fanfic called My Immortal was,
Yeah.
and none of them had heard of it. And I was like, whoa, like you've never even heard of My Immortal? Like I thought this was like such an internet classic. And I realized that there might be potential to read through it on a podcast and introduce a new generation of people to that.
Okay.
So yeah. And like if you are one of the people who doesn't know what My Immortal is, it's basically like it's an epically bad like Harry Potter fanfic,
Okay.
about a goth teen named Ebony.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know anything about it. You notice I'm just shaking my head. Let me ask you this, because I noticed that, and I didn't know this before we started, and I could be wrong. Again, I write this stuff down. You produce shows. One is like a Beanie Baby thing. Another one ADHD. How many? You produce a couple shows too in New York?
Yeah, right now I'm running 4 shows.
4 shows.
Right.
Okay. And do you enjoy producing the shows as much as that's more the selling tickets and all the posters and all, a lot of work to that.
Um, yeah, I mean it's more I guess it's similar to putting reels together in that like obviously if I had somebody who is willing to book me on enough shows
Yeah,
without me
yeah,
putting in
yeah, I get it. I get it. That
yeah,
that was that was stop.
right. But I do
No,
enjoy yeah.
no, that's kind of what I'm getting at is, there's a headache of it, but I think at the end of the night, you say, man, that was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean I enjoy putting together lineups.
Okay.
Uh yeah, sorry.
In all the time you've been doing stand up, favorite show, least favorite show?
Ooh, that I've done.
No, one
Um
you sat there and looked at. Of course, one that you've done.
um
Yeah.
yeah, I've it's hard to pick like a
You can do a couple.
best.
I like you. I
Okay.
told you I like you. You can do a
Okay.
couple.
Um
Couple favorite memories.
yeah, I mean my the show that I do at Young Ethels is really fun. I like give away Beanie Babies at that. So it's like nice getting to do like they
How
basically
long?
have
How long have you been doing that show?
since 2022.
Oh, okay, 3 or 4
Yeah.
years now.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's one of your favorite memories. That as far as stand up, is there any other, where you killed it, crushed it?
Um, last year, like last November, I got to do a 3-minute spot on the Chocolate Sunday show in
Yeah,
LA.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was really crazy. Like it's probably the biggest crowd I've performed in front
Yeah.
of. And, uh,
Booked again for 2029.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
they,
no, another
yeah,
another lady that was on this show did that. She waited forever, years to get on.
yeah.
What was that?
Um,
What was that like?
yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty amazing what they're doing. Like they basically, for anyone who doesn't know, it's a produced show at the Laugh Factory in LA, and they have a system where anyone anywhere in the world can sign up to get an audition spot for
Right,
3 minutes. Like they will let you show them what you've got, and they book it out really far in advance. Like I got my November 2025 date in like I think I got it like literally in 2021, right? So like I was
4
waiting
years.
like
That's
three
the
or
way
four
Ginny
years.
Ginny Sykes. I don't know if you
Yeah.
know Ginny Sykes. Ginny's the one that she did a thing, I think.
Okay, I don't know her, but
That's
but
okay.
yeah. But yeah, I think that like now they're even more like 6 years out or something. It's like pretty
Six
crazy, but
years out. Wow.
yeah. But I mean like they let people know like if there's dropouts and
How did
whatever.
you do? You know what? I'm gonna. Well, no, I can't. I was gonna say I'd try and put the clip up, but YouTube will copyright. They'll take it down.
Yeah. You can put
How,
a link, but
yeah, I'll put the link in, of course.
sure.
That's pretty
Um
cool. You had a good time doing that?
yeah, no, it was really incredible. And
Yeah.
but yeah, they had like a packed audience. And it's really, my only regret about it is like they make you promise not to film it and then not to like post it. And it's like
Yeah.
that would have made such a good clip, but it's
Yeah.
okay. And they have it on their YouTube page. And
You got more to come. You got more to come. I believe that in my heart.
thank you. Um
Um, Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, that's it. But yeah, no, that was a really and yeah, that was like just a kind of crazy week in general because I was coming from Skankfest in New Orleans, and
I've been to New Orleans. I love
yeah, it's
New
a great
Orleans.
great
Love New
city.
Orleans. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a really cool city. But yeah, I basically did that festival, got no sleep all weekend, and I was
Okay.
planning to go straight to LA for the Chocolate Sundays thing. But
Okay.
then I ended up like going back to New York in between. So I like, like the
Wow.
whole
Wow.
I'm running on like such fumes when I'm on the like Chocolate Sunday show. But like yeah, it was like pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Um
You're an incredible young lady.
thank you.
I mean it. I guess I'm trying to think what else I want to cover. Is there what else do you want to tell me?
Um I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to like
We're
poke.
gonna we're gonna get to your comedy minute. You're gonna do a couple minutes of whatever you want to do. You can say whatever you want to say, but I just want to make sure because I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, I just your material, your everything you're doing is fantastic. I
Thank
think the
you.
world of you. I think for people, I can't wait for people to see your brilliance, your comedy, your timing, I'm much the stand up, not the TikTok, Instagram. I love
Yeah,
true comedy, and you do it really well.
thank you.
I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I will get all the links and get this up and try and support your whole tour. And I'll be there when you launch your special. And I think the world of you, Rebecca.
Thank you. But yeah, if people want to check out more of my stuff, I'm doing I guess if you go to my website, everything is like
Yeah,
there
and
kind of.
I'll put all the links to your YouTube, your
Okay,
Instagram, Facebook, everything, of course.
sweet. But yeah, I'm doing like a lot of projects, like
Yeah,
the ADHD comedy show that you like referenced. That's
yeah,
like not the concept of that show is that every single month I'm doing a different themed show.
yeah.
Um So like yeah, I mean, I guess if anyone watching is in New York City, like, just check out my dates. Or
Sure,
if you
sure.
go to my website, I have like an upcoming show page now where I'm trying to like list out. I'm in the process right now of getting.
Well, before we do your comedy minute, because you brought it up, and I didn't realize that you had done so much all over. Do you have like a favorite? Like you mentioned New Orleans and California and us. I thought pretty much you had just done New York. Do you have a favorite place that you've played so far, or do you enjoy New York the most?
Um, I'm most like I
Most,
probably like do the most in New York, so
most comfortable in New York?
I mean, I'm most familiar with New York, but you know, I'm really like I'm happy performing anywhere, right?
Anywhere? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And I think like, I think of like every show as like a learning experience, like no matter where. It's like I think like every show is like preparing you for like if that specific situation ever comes up again, right? Like I just did like sort of like not my
Elaborate, please. I'm waiting for that least favorite show. Somehow you got away from that. I want to hear that one. I want to hear one that got away from you.
okay, this one isn't as far from my least favorite, right? Like it's just it was a learning experience, but like no, no show is my least
Come on,
favorite.
Rebecca. Come on, Rebecca. Give me something.
The only my if we're talking like least favorite shows, I don't like it when you think you're doing a show with an audience and then you show up and there is no audience, or like the show is like just an open mic. But I have been there before of being the producer who's trying to draw an audience and then
Right.
people get there and there is no audience. So I empathize with people like that.
Okay.
But yeah, but no, I did a show in Long Island last weekend where like I think I didn't do my best because I it was like just a lot of different fact like it was on Long Island, and I think that like you know t most parts of Long Island are probably a little bit more like conservative than New
Yeah.
York.
Yeah. Sure.
Um and like maybe like less in the know, or like less comedy like super fans, and I think like if you're dealing with an audience that's like not super comedy fans, you're probably like best bet is to go with like more like super relatable material, like broad dating, or like driving's hard, or like whatever.
I don't
And
even. Can I do it? Should I do it? I'm really tempted to do something.
to do what? Should try stand up, you mean?
No, no. To use one of your lines, like one of your
Oh,
videos.
sure. Yeah, you
You
can, sure.
sure?
Yeah.
Well, like for instance, I'm just imagining there you in Long Island, and you do your bit about if you're jerking a guy off, and, and, and he get tired. Your material is so crazy.
Things.
No, I
Uh,
mean, and then you go deadpan and go, thanks. It's so Stephen Wright of you. I mean, I would never expected that when I watched it the other day. I'm like, and that's one of your biggest. It's hilarious. How do you come up with stuff like that?
um, I I just like I whenever I think of a line, I'll like write it down in the moment.
Yeah, the stuff that you say is so absurd. You know what? I'm glad before we get to it, your website says adorably awkward comedy, and I don't think there's a better description for you.
Thank you.
That's
I
because that's you. You're adorable and you're awkward and just hilarious.
Thanks. Um, yeah, someone did a good line the other day. They described me as forged in the fire of countless roast battles. Which I do like. Thank you him if you're listening. Um, but yeah, I could do. Should I do a minute of?
We're gonna let you
Okay,
do a
okay,
couple minutes, please, for me.
okay,
Do whatever you want. Let me do a formal introduction.
okay.
Rebecca Kaplan, your comedy minute or minutes. Go ahead, my friend.
Okay. So I just wrote this the other day. I was
Okay.
I was talking to a woman and she said that semen is really good for your face and to ingest. And I said, "Are you sure? Because that sounds like a lie that a man made up." And she said, "No, it's true. I Googled it." And I was like, "You know that Google is full of lies, right? Like you can't trust anything that you Google." And I know this because I used to be a freelance writer and people would pay people like me to fill Google with lies for their products, right? Like so that anytime you're reading an instruction manual or a how-to thing, they'll be like, here's the instructions and make sure you use this product, right? And if you're following those instructions, I'm sorry because they were written by somebody like me who was just regurgitating information that someone else had posted online. And that person probably also didn't know what they were writing about, right? Like if you've ever tried to fix your toilet following instructions you found online, like, I'm sorry, that was me and I probably broke your toilet. I'm so sorry. But so
Keep going.
I Googled it. I Googled, is semen good for your face?
Right.
And I found an article from the Asian Journal of Science that they had taken 20 women and half of them did a normal skincare routine and half of them washed their face with semen
Semen.
cuscate extract. And I read this thinking, like, what kind of boring ass porn is this? Yeah. Like the scientist is like, oh, this is kind of hot. And the other guy is like, get those thoughts out, get your mind out of the gutter, right? Like you gotta track the results here. Like we have a very serious scientific method, okay? And the studies said that semen cuscate extract actually was good for your face. Like there was a marked difference in the woman who washed their face with the semen cuscate. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked a little further into it and guys, semen cuscate is an herb. So that's on me.